Good evening, lovely tubers. White Mexican back again for another Market Watch investments video for you guys tonight. There's going to be a plethora of things that I'm going to be showing you guys. I'm going to be showcasing my personal selections, and I hope you enjoy. Getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. These are the original OG prints, secret rares out of Cross Souls. Cross Souls, pretty cool history merit. It was the last core set that we got with Ultimate Rare and Ghost Rare prints before Konami changed the whole ratio system, started putting super rares in every booster pack, took the Ultimates and the Ghosts out and all that crazy shenanigans. So cool history merit on that. There is an Ultimate Rare, OTS Ultimate Rare of this card, which is going for insanely good value, but I really do appreciate the original prints. I'm going to be showcasing all of the Ghost Girls here and all the original secret rare prints. And these are kind of like two-pronged attacks because they kind of, every once in a while, recycle through the metagame. But on top of that, all of them just have unparalleled artwork, and I think they're really great for collectability purposes, for artwork and just being high rare secret rare. And as time goes on, they're just going to get harder and harder to get for the original prints. And again, they just cycle in and out of the metagame. So really cool stuff. This is my all-time favorite Ghost Girl. The artwork is just completely unparalleled. I love just everything about this artwork is really, really great. So let's go ahead and look at some price points here. Unlimiteds are going for about 36 bones for near mint unlimiteds, and pretty much trickles up all the way to 40 plus before we drop out of the first page. There's 5+ pages here on the market. The first edition that we're going to see here is going to be about 48 bones for lightly played. And then for a first edition near mint, the most affordable one is going to be around 58 bones. It's a 3-stack, so pretty incredible. This has always been a relatively pricey card. Again, just aesthetic is just amazing behind this card. Artwork, high rarity of amazing secret rare. Cross Souls, again, just being a really, really awesome set. Next is going to be Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. So this has actually grown a little bit more in popularity. There's a little bit more players opting to play this for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but even the original reprints as the ultra rares from Dual Power, they're going for about like 3 bones right now. So that was pretty cool. For the longest time, this card was like dirt cheap, and it still really is dirt cheap. Of course, this being the original print as a secret rare, dawning from Flames of Destruction. This is always hold relatively good money, but it's increasing slowly and has been increasing slowly over time here. So really cool stuff. And unlimiteds, lightly played, is roughly around 25 bones. Near mints are going to be around the same thing, 25, 26. No first editions on the first page. Surprisingly enough, only 3 pages available, so significantly less available for Ghost Bell over Ghost Ogre for the OG prints. First edition is going to be on the second page for 38 bones for near mint first edition, and pretty much trickles up to 40 well shortly after that. So really great stuff. Again, just amazing artwork, well on its way, if not already, like blending right into the collector's market. Again, these cards, as time goes on, they're just going to get harder and harder to get in the original versions. First editions exclusively is always a great, strong, long haul investment. Next is going to be another one of my personal favorites, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Again, the artwork is just complete blowout. This is actually my second favorite Ghost Girl, more specifically for artwork. I love the pink hair, the Death Scythe. Obviously, I think it's supposed to be cherry blossoms. I'm not really sure, but the pink flowers, really, really cool stuff. And this card is pretty cheap. It's definitely not the most popular hand trap Ghost Girl. It definitely really struggles with finding a spotlight in the metagame, but it's mostly just, in my personal opinion, it's the most affordable one, and it's still that much well placed in the collector's market. And like I promise you guys, these cards, they're going to be into the collector's market. They already are. They're going to continue to bleed into the collector's market for all those reasons I mentioned before. Really great stuff. Again, this is just White Mexican theory for you guys, but to each their own, player preference. Unlimiteds, really much of nothing, and I would never recommend that you guys even invest in unlimiteds. Always original print first editions. There are the, I believe, 2017 Megatin versions, which, mirror the secret rare, but if these are so cheap as is, you might as well just go original print and just hold long-term value. So third page is going to dawn us our first edition, lightly played for roughly around 6 bones. My kind of rule of thumb for this card is about 5 bones. If you can get this card lightly played, lightly played near mint, but more specifically first edition, I'm talking about Shining Victories, OG print, first edition, 5 or less. That is always that is kind of the magic number for this card. And it's been fluctuating around that range for quite some time now. And you can see here, there's one here lightly played for about 6 bones after you factor in shipping. And then it quickly goes to just under 8 after that. Again, all lightly played. So if you guys want a near mint first edition, you're going to go on to the 4th page. And you're going to, it's about 9 bones. 9 bones is the first edition near mint. So it's starting to slip away. It's starting to slip away from that magic 5 spot. So it's up to you guys. Next is going to be Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. Really cool stuff on this. We had, of course, the Lost Art promotional ultra rares, which just look total garbage because they're ultra rares. But, again, being original print, secret rare, Dark Neostorm was a pretty, not really popular set. Really cool name, but it was just kind of one of those side sets. It was a main core booster set, but you guys know what I mean. Unlimited's here. Couple bones, not really much of anything. Again, you want to go for first edition exclusively, like everything else. The first editions here is going to be on the 2nd page for 7 bones, and that's near mint. So pretty much 7 bones across the board for near mint first edition. So this has trickled down quite a bit. This is actually a really good price point. I think the cheapest I ever saw these was around 8 or 10 or so for lightly played first edition. So the sheer fact that you can get a near mint for 7, I think is really cool. And 5+ pages availability on this. So really, really great stuff. Love the artwork too, of course. Next is going to be Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. Really, really cool name. This is probably my favorite Ghost Girl name. Artwork's really cool too. I don't really know much about this card. I have several prints of this, interesting enough, just again because White Mexican, I have this kind of crusade about collecting OG print Ghost Girls first edition, and I just know that they're going to be a good investment. And this is actually pretty good. I haven't really paid much attention to this card's effect because again, I'm not really knees deep in the new gen stuff and the newer cards, but Eternity Code, it's not that long ago. It's a very, very relatively new set, and this card is going for relatively good money. Starting market price right off the bat, near mint first edition, so best of both worlds is going to be about 15 bones, and it quickly jumps to just a hair under 18 bones, and then it kind of trickles up after that. Plenty of availability, 5+ pages. So obviously this is the newest Ghost Girl, so great availability on that. Of course, you have the infamous, most amazing Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Pretty much every print available under the sun almost in this card. Obviously, I want to talk about the original Maximum Crisis secret rares, but I just kind of wanted to remind you guys, as you guys are all probably well aware, every single print of Ash Blossom is money. These super rares, which personally are my favorite ones for playability purposes, I really have a thing for hand traps in super rare, because if they get lightly played, if you're dueling, it doesn't really matter. They're just super rare, but they're still hollow foils, so they still look cool. So my favorite print, affordability wise and for playing purposes, is the Shadows and Valhalla super rare reprints, and those are going for around 15-14 bones. Also, of course, you have the lowly commons, that are going for around 13-14 bones still to this day. Incredible. I never thought I would see the light of day of this card going past 10 bones. It's completely, blown past that price point now. So really, really interesting enough that the common is all versions across the board for Ash Blossom are great money. This is an amazing sell card right now. Obviously, at least keep 6 to 9 copies of this, because it's a pretty much 3 of in almost every deck. The majority of my decks that I run, and probably the majority of decks that you play as well. So really great stuff, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at the OG print secrets. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but these being high rarity secret rares, first edition, original prints, and the aesthetic and the artwork is just amazing on these cards. They look really cool. And again, they kind of have that cutesy, waifu anime points system kind of working for them. So really great stuff, and it's just this is going to be great stuff. So I can't really say enough about. I really, truly, deeply believe in these cards being well, just very well embedded with the collector's market. So unlimited, slightly played are going to be 51, just starting market price here on TCGP. I would not recommend investing in unlimiteds. Again, I mean, you can if you want. This card's kind of like, Max C. I mean, a lot of people like the ultimates. They're ungodly expensive, so they go for the secrets. And even like the unlimited secrets, they're still a relatively good investment because everyone's going to want that card when it gets lifted off the list. And the secrets are just, ungodly expensive regardless, if it's a first or an unlimited. But again, I highly recommend that you guys just take the time, invest the funds, and go first edition. So we're going to go ahead and continue on to look for a first edition. Second page dawns us a lightly played first edition for 70 bones, and then we get our first near mint for 74. And then bottoms out at 100 bones here at the only 2 pages available here. So you can already see people are holding on to the original print Ash Blossoms, and rightfully so. Injection Fairy Lily is going to be next. This is my all-time favorite, like Gen 1 cutesy anime girl. Like, a lot of people like Dark Magician. I like Dark Magician too, but I like the OCG. I like the Japanese artwork. It's completely superior in every way. So I tend to not really. I don't personally, unless it's like a quick flip. Like if I can buy versions, there's several versions of DMG on the cheap, and then just sell them to people that like the English versions. I personally just I really do appreciate the OCG artworks, and they have a lot better rarities in the OCG for DMG. So this is Dawning Out of Legacy Darkness, again, Generation 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! We're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, here. Really awesome. Highest rarity of a secret rare. There's other cool prints here, like I think there's a Dark Revs and a Dark Beginning Ultras, if I'm not mistaken, which are pretty cool just because those are really infamous collector's sets for the most part. But you can't break from the infamy of the OG prints, especially seeing how they were secret rares. Back in the day, we only got 2 secret rares per core booster set, so this was a really, really big deal to pull a super rare secret rare. Secret rares were the ceiling of the top. Unlimiteds, lightly played, about 13 bones, not really a big deal. 5 pages here on TCGP, and the first edition that they played is 85 bones. There's a 3 stack here, so that's actually pretty good because the last time I believe I reviewed this card, it was about 100 bones for any copy of first edition lightly played or better. So that's interesting enough. Still high, but still technically considered a deal here. Continuing on, it gets right into 90 bones for the lightly played first editions. And the first near mint that we see here is going to be 136 bones. And there's 5 pages here. So honestly, I mean, I'm not alone in saying that everyone knew this card was going to go up. Again, I think this card is like right under Dark Magician Girl as far as like infamy and popularity between fanboys and just being a really, 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 really amazing old school collector's card. Tour Guide from the Underworld is going to be next. I love this card. I actually have a Tour Guide tattoo. That's how much I love Tour Guide. I associate this card more so with Dark World than I do a Burning Abyss. I know there's like a big, huge chunk fanboy of Burning Abyss players. I'm kind of on the Dark World side, but I like Burning Abyss. I really like how they float, and their artwork's really cool, and there's a lot of awesome combos that Burning Abyss does. But deep down, as far as Fiend goes, Dark World is definitely my favorite Fiend eccentric deck. This is the amazing original print as a secret rare dawning from Extreme Victory. Really, really old set. One of a kind for its time. This card was completely blowout. Bringing out rank 3 XYZs in one turn was really, really cool. And of course, there's ultimate versions of this as well. Unfortunately, it came out super, super dark. I think the ultimate rares, they're ultimate rares, they're nice, but they came out too dark, and I don't think they look as aesthetically pleasing as the original secret rares. And so, I mean, it's completely, player preference, up to you guys. So we're going to take a look. There's a lightly played unlimited here, starting market price at 52. Near mint is going to be around 53 bones. First editions are going to be 60 bones for lightly played. And let's go ahead and check out a near mint first edition. The first near mints first editions are going to be 70 bones. There's a 3 stack here, so pretty incredible price points. Again, it's got lifted to 3 off the list, so no surprise that that's holding some pretty fat price points. Last thing I wanted to review, this is not really going to be an in-depth review, but just kind of a spotlight showcasing of Star Strike Blast. If I have my history correct, I believe this was a very unique set because I don't think this got a second run print. It never got a special edition print. So all the cards are first edition. I've never seen an unlimited card of this set. Everything's first edition because I think that's what happened. It never got a special edition run. So all the boxes that were produced, which really made this set highly, I guess per se, under manufactured or under produced on the, or under available on the market. So really interesting stuff. This set just has is just completely infamous for great value. There's ghosts, there's ultimates, there's just in everything's first edition. So I mean, that coupled with the kind of condensed availability to get this set really makes it just like a corner of the market collector set. I mean, we have Shooting Star Dragon, one of the most infamous gem prizes here, ranging from 165 to almost 270, 264 for the ghost versions. There's the ultimate versions here. We have ultimate versions of Tuning, ultimate versions of infamous Glow Up Ball from the Plant Synchro days, secret rare Skullmeister. There's several different prints of this now, but for the longest time, this used to pretty sure be a solo print for quite a while before it got I think it was the Code of the Duelist special edition supers, and I think there's another print now. But this is always kind of fluctuating between player favorites of being played or not in the game. Pretty cool artwork on this one too, and this is just going for insane prices. We have some Karakuri ultimates and a plethora of other just random ultimates here. I mean, Eteria Cherries, I think still to this day, this is a solo print. And Star Strike Blast, this is an old set. This goes way back, and I'm pretty sure this is still a solo print, hence why it's just a super rare, but it's dawning, 10, 13 plus price point for Eteria players. There's the fabled Ruda, however you pronounce that, is they believe this is a solo print as well, so a solo print secret. So there's a lot of just crazy solo print stuff in this set that's really, really high rarity, which just dawns some really creative price points. Got some ice barrier stuff in here, side blocker. There's just mounds and mounds and mounds full of value in this set, and I just wanted to showcase it really quick because I just wanted to put some awareness. I'm sure the majority of you are aware. I mean, this was the original print of Droll Lockbird. That's a really, really huge infamous hand trap. Of course, we have super OTS supers, which are my personal favorites, and then we also have the ultimate rares, which look really, really great too, and the original rares, which are still holding great value. And it is the OG print, and this is a really good card, and this always comes in and out of the meta. So really great stuff. I mean, we got the original print of Recruiter for all your Gravekeeper fans. I'm a really big Gravekeepers fan. This is another solo print, secret rare from the set. It's not very good, and it's got really kind of goofy looking artwork, but Tyrant's Temper, this is a really cool super rare Floodgate. Different Dimension Ground, this is actually a really, really cool card. I love this card a lot. I actually have several copies of this first edition. This is the original print as a super rare. I know there's an ultra rare version, but it's ultra rare, and ultra rare is just a little disgusting, so you can't really touch that Black Plague. But this is the original prints, and I really like the original super rare prints, first editions. I, of course, got DD Warrior Lady right here, and she's doing some kind of mystical slash here. Really great stuff. I think this is a really underrated card. I think there's a lot of damage that you can do teching this in, and it's basically a one-term. Well, not a macrocosmos because it's only monsters, but I mean, you're going to want to target primarily use this card for monsters anyway. So this card's roughly around 4-ish bones for the first editions, and quickly trickles up to about 6, 3 pages of availability. I don't know, I just really like this card a lot. This is definitely one of my favorite kind of on the lower spectrum scale for Star Strike Blast. There's just, again, this is a powerhouse set. There's a lot of just crazy things in here, and I definitely think that is one of the hidden gems. So all around, just a really, really great set, more specifically for collectors, again, dappled with the short printings and everything being first edition. Really, really cool history merit behind it. And there's just some really cool cards, like Heat Wave. I don't know if this is still a soul print or not, but this is like a, kind of went in and out of popularity. And Vanity's Fiend, the OG Vanity's Fiend as a common. This was the set that donned Vanity's Fiend. So there's just a lot of just really, really, really great stuff in this set. So just kind of wanted to poke through it really quick, give you guys a quick showcasing, and you guys can go invest some time doing some research if you so choose to. Link below is going to be to my Facebook. I would love for any and all of you guys to message me, add me. I'd love to talk to you guys about anything Yu-Gi-Oh related. Yu-Gi-Oh has been part of my life for almost 2 decades. I'm extremely compassionate about this hobby, game, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. I love the brotherhood, the trading, the investments, the dueling, the creativity between building different types of decks. And it's just a really, really great hobby to have. I think it's important to have hobbies that you can invest in, study, work hard in, invest a little bit of funds, have some fun, and it's going to give back. This is such a good community. It's such a good game. And there's a lot of good people and a lot of great friendships that can bound from this game. And I think that's really, really important to have in your life. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by the White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.